Let's bring in Daryl Rimple and Mr. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. Court will resume with the May 5th, 2022 docket. And I have Mr. Robert Salinas. There he is. Now I need Mr. Scott Daryl Rimple. And there he is.
Yes, sir.
Morning, folks. Thank you for waiting. I had other matters. Let me see here. We're here on CL 2859D, Discover Bank versus Hector O. Martinez. And it is a motion for summary judgment. That'll be your motion, Mr. Daryl Rimple?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You may proceed, sir.
Well, we were trying to discuss an issue we have. Apparently, Mr. Salinas filed a response to our summary judgment motion, but accidentally served it to the wrong email. I would argue that his response should not be considered because we weren't properly served. But since we are trying to negotiate this, if Mr. Salinas doesn't object, I would just ask for a reset.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Salinas. How you doing, sir?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good to see you again. How you doing?
Glad to see you, sir.
Yes, sir.
My response?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Your Honor, initially we sent it to the email that was in plaintiff documents. The automated automated certificate of service apparently sent it to a wrong address, or it was misplaced at the plaintiff's office, one or the other. But I asked that the court take judicial notice of this defendant's response to plaintiff's motion for summary judgment, duly filed February the 17th of 2022 with an attached certificate of service. So we'll propound that, Your Honor. Now, as regards our defense, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I would object to him using anything in the response, which is why I suggested a reset, because yes, he does put the correct email on his certificate of service, but the automated certificate of e-service is an automatic, it's the proof of what email he actually sent it to. And I'm not saying it was intentional, but he actually sent it to an email that we have no access to, if it even exists. I've never heard of that email before. So there's no way we could know that he filed a response.
Okay, so you're saying you did not get the response?
No, and there's proof that we didn't get the response.
Okay. All right, so you did not get the response. You did not get Mr. Salinas' response to your MSJ?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, you don't have it. You didn't get it. Okay. And
I got it like minutes before we logged on because he mentioned it. I looked it up on the court website and I clicked on the link and I pulled it up.
Okay, so then you're entitled to what, 7 days to reply or something?
Right.
That is correct.
Well, I'm not sure we have time to.
Yeah, let me reset the matter.
Let
me reset the matter. Let's do it right, and then I'll hear it again. It could be what? It'll be an order setting hearing date. Mr. Dalrymple, submit an order setting hearing date for the MSJ, and we'll set it again. Okay. Hopefully within 30 days.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But I mean, because if there's going to be a reply, you didn't have a chance to do it anyway. So we'll go ahead and reset it again.
Your Honor, I just want to apprise the court that we sent it to an email that I know we didn't pull it out of the air. We got it from some of plaintiff's documents. And it was, to me, it appears that it was the automated certificate of e-service that sent it to the wrong one. But I had a proper certificate of service. But of course, it's never entitled to time to respond.
I won't set it until I get the.
I'm sorry, you're gonna.
That'll be in person.
It'll be this date over here on June 6th, 10 a.m. Okay, we have a date here for June 6th.
Yeah, you leave
June 6th, 10 a.m. Now this time it appears there's going to be in person.
Very well, Your Honor. I'll be filing a vacation letter up to and including June the 15th, so I should be coming back good and relaxed by then to attend the
Okay.
hearing.
All right. So make sure you're ready for this one. By the
I
way,
think we're ready today, Your Honor.
so in the email that we have problems here, do you all want to make sure you have the right one? You want to give it to each other right now?
Well, he does have the right one.
He's got
What
the
I'm
right
trying
one.
to
Okay.
explain- Yeah.
I do.
It's just like you can put whatever you want on the certificate of service. Doesn't mean it actually was sent to that email.
Okay.
Again, I think it was unintentional, but
Okay.
you can't fake the certificate of e-service.
All right.
We're
Okay.
willing to go along with the extension. I accord him an opportunity to
Okay.
answer, Your Honor, and neither he nor I can change the documents that are on file. So
Okay.
time isn't going to change anything.
In the meantime, between now and June 6th, if you guys can negotiate and settle it, let the court know, please. Okay.
We have been talking, Your Honor. And,
Okay.
if they'll get slightly reasonable, we may be able to work something out.
Okay. You got more time now. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your excuse. Have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, please
Thank you,
do it in writing, Mr. Darren Ripple. It'll be 6/6/22 at 10 a.m. Give me an order, okay, sir?
All right. Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
I do have one more case, Your Honor.
Another case? Which one?
It is Discover versus Cesar Pena. It's a default judgment.
Default judgment? All right.
Yes.
I don't know why he's here.
Okay, we have the Pettis Law Firm. Let me see, Mr. Pettis. Yes, sir.
Good morning, Judge. This is Sarah Colguin. I'm here on your number 1 on your civil docket.
Okay. Okay, we'll call you in a while. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Dalrymple, let's see here. I have here CL 21-14-29D, Discover Bank versus Cesar D. Pena, and you said for default hearing. Court will note that Pena is not in the waiting room nor at the courthouse in person. Therefore, court takes judicial notice of the entire file, and you may proceed, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. So for this one, we filed a petition on March 31st and served the defendant in person on June 8th of last year. The return of service has been on file with the clerk since July 30th last year. We filed our motion September 17th and served the defendant through regular mail. And we filed notice of today's hearing with the Zoom information on February 28th and served it to the defendant through regular and certified mail. The certified mail was delivered to the defendant on March 2nd for the USPS website. Our motion includes a business records affidavit signed by Chris La Rosa to represent Discover Bank, along with a card member agreement and a balance matching statement from December 2020, which is when the account was charged off. He has been making some payments, which is why we're asking for less than we did on the motion. But there's still no agreement with him. He's just making payments. So we're asking for damages in the amount of $1,152.36, post-judgment interest at the statutory rate of 5%, and court costs of $370.15.
Okay, yeah, 1152.36.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very well. Court will hereby grant default judgment in favor of plaintiff. Court will grant plaintiff all relief requested here in open court or in its petition. Court will await a default judgment for signature. All right, sir, that'll do it. Thank you so much. You may be excused. Have a great day, sir.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry, I just wanted to clarify. We did file a proposed order on May 3rd. Did you receive that, or do we need to send it again?
No, if it's already on file, then that'll do it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir. All righty. CL 21-0106D, Discover Bank versus Gustavo A. Hernandez. There'll be no action here as requested by Zwiker and Associates. No action, so nobody's going to make an appearance in this one. We'll leave that alone. All right, then we're going to have Mr. I'm sorry, the Pettis law firm, Mr. Pettis, I believe.
Eric Olguin, Judge.
Eric what? Cortin?
Olguin.
I'm sorry. It's just that when you're dealing with machines here, it seems
HOL.
to
Yeah, it's a pretty.
it twists the language around and everything else.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Olguin, you're here on CCD 0591D, State of Texas in Hidalgo County, Texas, versus TC and Kings LLC. Anybody showing up for them? Bailiff, did anybody? Oh, you said Luz Maria Carmen Rivera?
Yeah, sure. There was no one here at the courthouse or at the office that is reported in.
Okay.
But that's the registered agent for TC and Kings.
The registered agent is Luz Maria Carmen Rivera. Okay. Well,
She's
that
the
person
owner.
is, yes, sir.
She's
Can
the
you
owner,
represent-
but I represent the condemning authority, state of Texas and Hidalgo County.
Okay.
So, Judge, just a quick background on this. There was an irrigation district that filed some objections across the board, but on this, pretty much this entire project. But we resolved it with them, all the issues with them. So we had a hearing. The commissioners awarded $8,000 and some. UAD is out of the way. The United Irrigation District, we worked it out with them. So nobody else filed any objections. There's a jurisdictional deadline to file objections, 20 days plus Monday. The hearing, we had it sometime in December. So at this point, we're just asking for a final judgment.
So motion to enter judgment, right, sir?
That's correct, Judge.
Have you submitted anything for the court signature?
Yes, sir. On 4/19.
Okay, 4/19. We're going to be signing this judgment here, okay? All right, we got it. Thank you, sir. That'll do it. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Have a great day. Your excuse.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay, now number 5, it's pro se, except for bench trial.
Mhm.
Jonathan Vasquez and Mr. Juan Manuel Ramirez.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring him in.
Okay.
What was the amount on the on number 3?
1152.36 plus court costs.
Okay.
All right, let me see here. We have Mr. Juan Manuel Ramirez right there.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. And
Good
then
morning.
and then Jonathan, what's his name? Vasquez. Can you hear me? You need to unmute, Mr. Vasquez.
Okay, yes, I can hear you.
All right. Good morning, both of you. Is this case coming out of a JP court judgment, or what do we have?
Yes.
Was it an appeal?
It was they couldn't decide, so they took it upon you.
Oh, I remember this case now. Okay. They couldn't decide, so they left it up to me to decide, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is Jonathan, I'm sorry, this is cause number CL 213149D, Jonathan Vasquez versus JR Complete Auto Service. And Mr. Juan Manuel Ramirez Jr., you're the owner of JR Complete Auto Service?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. And Mr. Jonathan Vasquez, you're the plaintiff.
Yes.
And Mr. Ramirez, JR Complete Auto Service is the defendant. All right. And what is this case about? Is it a repair that didn't happen, or what happened?
Can I explain?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try to be as brief. I have a lot of proof, but I'm gonna try to be as brief as possible.
Okay.
I don't know if you could see my board, but I took in my 2017 F350 dually into his shop August 27th of 2020.
Let's see, August 27th of 2020, you took in your
2017 duty.
2017 dually.
Yes.
Okay, what is that, a Ford truck or something, or a
F350.
F350? There you go.
And
Okay.
I took it in because the issue was exhaust oil leak with smoke.
Okay.
And in this 5 months, it was in his shop until January 13th.
It was in his shop for until January 13th
Yes, sir.
of 2021.
Yes, sir.
In the shop, okay. Okay,
So basically for 5 months, the vehicle was there and that was the issue. But instead of fixing that issue, I got more issues out of it. I got, now I have aftermarket parts on the vehicle. I don't have original parts on the vehicle. And also I have a check engine light, transmission issues because of the computer tuning. And also the injectors in this process that were supposedly installed, they were never installed. And I have proof of that.
uh-huh.
So basically, because of the bad communication, the faulty labor, and the shady business, which I had to file 3 police reports on, and I have proof of that as well. And because of the major issue still persisting, I'm asking for the refund on the unnecessary repairs, which a total of $8,110.
Okay. Did you say that you took it for the exhaust leak in the first place, right? August 27th?
Yes, sir.
And while it was there, they did more repairs to it?
Yes, he started basically changing parts and kind of just slapping them on there because it kept on doing the same issue. I can show you what I paid him. One 3,000, the other one 2,480, 2,450, 750, $4,075.01. And after 5 months, the vehicle still had those same issues.
Okay, so you're saying you paid him for $8,100 worth of repairs, but the truck was not repaired?
That's correct. Actually, I paid more. I paid a total of $12,745, but I'm only asking back. I'm not asking for the cost of the turbo. I'm not asking for, sorry, this is a small diagram. I'm not asking for the cost of the turbo. I'm not asking for the fuel system that is in the vehicle.
Mhm.
I'm asking for the labor that he charged me to put those in, to put that part in, the check engine light, and also I'm charging for the injectors that he said he put in, and I can prove that the day that I did the police report, I have a recording where he says that they were already on the vehicle, and I have proof where he didn't even buy the injectors that day nor before.
Okay. All right, let me hear a little bit here from Mr. Ramirez. Yes, sir, Mr. Ramirez. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay. I love the story. Let me tell you about the issue. Let me do some corrections or my opinion, and call it what you want. I accept his opinions on my shop or whatever he may think, right? Now, when he first came into the shop, he did not ask for a diagnosis. He came straight from the dealership from Spike Ford in Mission, Texas.
Uh-huh.
They diagnosed the vehicle for him and told him that he needed a turbo. Their response was there was a waiting list and there was a back order on the parts. It's just when COVID had started, all this stuff, okay? He came into me, says, can you handle the job? I said, yes, I don't have that much of a waiting list. I can get you in within a week or something, assuming the parts availability. Okay, I called the dealership. I tried getting him a turbo. It is not available. So then we're back into the same predicament as the dealership would be themselves, correct? So then I give him an option. His vehicle is not a stock vehicle. Being stock means when you buy it from the dealership, it's completely stock. No, it already had an aftermarket tuning, which means the computer was already programmed. So I said, you know what? He already has this. His best bet would be an aftermarket turbo. Get rid of that problem. We'll get it here. There's this company in San Antonio. They do a great job. I've dealt with them before. Have it shipped within a week. We get it done and out the door, right? Perfect scenario. We get it. He agrees. He signs. He pays. That's great. We install it. But the problem persists. Okay, now it is my job to get down to the problem and start diagnosing. I did what the customer wanted. I did exactly what he asked for. Now, when we installed the turbo, there was an issue with injectors. There was an issue. There was a misfire. If I remember correctly, number 4, 6, and 7. Okay, I don't know if it was because it was standing, because of the lag of turbo, the boost, or what was it. But he needed to replace them. He gave me the authorization, the okay, we went ahead and did it. Now, yes, he does have a police report where it says that I had installed them, but he took it upon himself to go down to the dealership, find out if I have bought them and paid for them. Okay, his police report is 1 day. I didn't pay for those things till like a week later. I have a credit account there. That's how I run my business. That's how I run my business. I call a dealership. I'm in good standings. I order the part. I get it. I install it. I do the work. I can pay them in a month. Okay, I'm in standings. You know how business works, if you know. Okay, now for him to take that upon himself, that's great. I even gave him the original paperwork. I gave him the original QR codes that go on the injectors. He asked me for the original injectors, and that's fine. I told him you can have them, but there's a court charge of, I already forgot, $1,500 or $2,000, something like that. Why? Because they refurbish them and they resell them. So I told him you can keep them as long as you pay them. They're your parts. They're going to be on your invoice. Now he said, no, go ahead and send them back. So I sent them back. I deduct that amount, and that's great, right? That's how it works. He agrees. He signed invoices. That's great. Now, the customer service, I have been on top of that. I've gone out there and helped his wife. He was never here present. I have plenty of text messages. I even printed them out for the JP where, oh, thank you, Juan. Yes. Okay, go ahead with the repair. Yes. Thank you. We appreciate it. Is this part going to fit? Oh, Jonathan's not here. Oh, thank you. I'll relay the message to him. He doesn't have signal. Well, that's great. He's a working man. All right. Somebody else is taking care of the issue here. Yes, that's great. But somewhere in between, there was a misunderstanding or lack of communication or understanding. It's like that telephone game. You tell somebody something, go on, and it's going to change. Okay. I offered to lend them one of my diesels because they were short a vehicle. I offered to lend them my personal diesel for them to commute to work. They declined it. That's fine. But that's me going refund. I cannot give them a refund. There was one specific part that I showed them the emails that was coming from Japan that was on back order. And that took a long time. That part, I charged him $600 parts and labor. I told him I'll be more than happy to refund him if he doesn't want it. I still have it in my office. Okay, that's the only part that he did not want on there. He said, no, leave it there. I do not want it. After he agreed to pay for it and wanted it. Now, I'll be more than happy to refund him that back then when I offered myself. But he's going down this route, and I just feel like it's causing a lot of aggravation, you know? And I'm still stand by my warranty for the repairs that I did, even honor the warranty for the actual parts installed. And I just don't know what he's asking. If he's saying that the repairs weren't there, they were there. His wife came, his brother-in-law came, his father or father-in-law, everybody showed up. Everybody knows what's going on except him.
Okay, you were skipping there, Mr. Ramirez. I didn't hear the last part.
Everybody knows what consisted of the repairs. I mean, his wife was here, his brother-in-law was here, his father-in-law, everybody was here, everybody came except him. Okay, so everybody was on the same page, everybody knew what's going on. So I don't know how much further I can extend my customer service to him, you know, but at this point, I am unwilling to give even a partial refund for that part. I have it in my office, he can come pick it up, that's his.
And which is this part again?
This part is the crankcase ventilation filter system, okay? And that vents crankcase gases through the engine and back into it, so it recirculates them for the environmental purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And what's the value of that part that you have there that you're willing to return?
I think I had quoted them, if I'm not sure, like $600 parts and labor. Now the part I think was like $200 or $250 or somewhere around there. I don't remember. And then plus my markup, you know, like I'm not even sure. I got caught off guard. I got a phone call yesterday from your secretary, wonderful lady. She explained to me what was going on, and she told me I had court today. And I thought this was done and over with since the JP, you know, and I was very unprepared. If I need to provide evidence, I'm going to have to ask for an extension or something. I don't know how this works.
Okay. All right. So the truck. Okay. Thank you, sir. So Mr. Miss, let me see. Mr. Vasquez, right, Jonathan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So where's the truck right now?
It's here in my house.
Is it running right now?
Yeah, I had to go through 2 mechanics so they could fix the tuning issue. And to kind of go in reverse of who's lying, this guy's real charming and he's real smart. So he's captivating. I'm not. I just go straight to the point and I'm blunt, but I'm honest. And watch what he's doing. He said about the CCV. The CCV, I have the receipt for it, and it's $650. And right now he's saying, at this point, I'm not gonna give him any money. But the last day that I met with him when I picked up the vehicle, January 13th. This is the recording that I have from his words. Watch. Okay. Let me see if you guys can hear this.
Okay. This is when you picked up the truck?
Yes, sir.
What truck did you say it was? The motor was easily. Yeah. Check my emails. I mean, I've been running around all day outside, so outside a bit. Just give me the key, bro. I'm already fed up with you. Hey, you still owe me the Mishimoto stuff, right? What? You still owe me the Mishimoto? Yeah, so it's like the email on the tip, right? All right. I'm trying to return it, that's all. Right?
So those were the last words that he and I spoke. After that, I sent him the letter of demand requesting the return of all the unnecessary repairs and the Mishimoto, and I haven't heard of the Mishimoto side since then. So that's one of the lies that he said, that he told me he wasn't gonna pay it. He said that he would. And then the other one was the initial diagnostic. That's what he's saying, that I came with diagnostic of spikes for it. I never showed him, look, this is the diagnostic that Spike told me, because I never went to Spike's to do the diagnostic. I told him the turbo, it's leaking because it's leaking through the exhaust. So I know somewhat of engines, and I told him the only thing that could be is the turbo, because from the turbo, sale through the exhaust, and you get oil and smoke. But just like when you go to a doctor, so like, doctor, my heart is hurting. He's not gonna open you up and say like, I'm gonna put you in your heart. He has to do a procedure of diagnostics. See, like, is it true that his heart is hurting, or is it just a psychological issue? Yeah, that your heart's hurting. So that's why I took it to his professional shop that I trust in. But instead of getting that, he just started slap on parts there. And taking advantage that I was away and that I would give him money freely. So the account summed up to those 12,000 in 5 months.
But sometimes when you take a vehicle to a shop, thinking it's one thing, once they are in there, they're going to find some other stuff that needs to be done. Because if they only fix that thing that you want, it ain't going to do any good, because you still have other issues that they discovered while the vehicle was there.
Right. So in theory, let's say he was correct in changing the turbo. Then it would have stopped the leak. Let's say if he was correct that the injector was the issue, he would have stopped the leak. Let's say he was correct of putting in the can case, it would have stopped the leak. But you know what ended up stopping the leak?
What?
the like a week or well, actually it was December 28th that I bought the part, and it was let me find you the receipt. It was I don't know if you could see, but it's too bright. But this one is a part from San Antonio, a crankcase ventilation system that goes. It's a filter that the engine has. It plugs up. It makes a lot of pressure, and it causes, even if you have new turbo, new injectors, it causes the oil to spill out through the turbo. So I did that research. I went for the part, and I told him to install it, which he installed it for free because who wouldn't? After $12,000 of repair, so I ended up repairing that vehicle.
Okay. All right, Mr. Okay. Let me let Mr. Ramirez respond to that. Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, let me respond to that. We can get into a back and forth and say who's lying or who's not about where it came from. So I think that should be let out. Second, he's saying already that he came with his own self-diagnose. Okay, I always offer to diagnose, but if a customer is adamant about something, I will do what they want, unless it's unsafe, but he was pressed for time and needed the truck to go to work. Okay, now third, yes, I did install that part for free. Yes, he did agree to pay me for the other repairs, but those repairs are not related to the leak. Those repairs are related to a misfire, to a fuel consumption that he agreed to repair, and we did. Now, third, we all have opinions, okay? Now, I do have the emails. I still have them stored. I do have the Mishimoto. It's $339 that I paid, and we're on back order. I have the email stating where it's 1 of 4 weeks on back order, and then after that, it was on another back order. That was the time. That part that he said repaired it, the CCV is the part that we had ordered. He said he wanted the best. Mishimoto is by far the best leader in auto parts, and they're nice, they're sleek, they're good design. Now, we ordered that for him. Everything was on back order, nobody had it. As time progressed, yes, he did find it in San Antonio, and that's great. And that's why I had offered. I had offered to, okay, I'll go ahead and I'll keep it, I'll resell it, keep it on my shelf or whatever. I'll give you a refund for that, but not the labor. I remember the labor, parts and labor was like $650. He even mentioned there. That's great. I'll refund him the 300 something back then. Now, I don't think I feel comfortable refunding anything, right?
Okay. First of all, would you both please raise your right hands? You swear the testimony that you gave here on this case was the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I swear.
All right. You can sit down. You can put your hands down. All right, Mr. Vasquez. What is your occupation, sir? What do you do?
I was a pipe welder.
I didn't hear. What was that?
A pipe welder. A welder.
Oh, pipe welder. Okay. You still do that right now?
No, now I just work from home.
You work from home?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Ramirez, you're a mechanic. For how long have you been a mechanic?
Well over 22 years.
22 years, all right. And that's all you do, just the mechanic?
Yes.
Okay. Before you own your own place, did you work for somebody else?
Yes, sir.
And who was that?
I worked for dealership.
Dealership?
I worked for Bird Auto in South Texas, Land Rover, Jaguar, Mazda, Kia. I went to school for this. I have my associates, my certificate. I have over 80,000 degrees. I mean, we can go on and,
Okay, you were skipping there a little while. Now you froze.
No,
you were skipping there for a little while. Okay, so you already answered my question because I was going to ask you about your experience and things like that. You pretty much already said you're a certified mechanic, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And all right, Mr. Vasquez, anything else you want to say, sir?
Yes, sir. I have plenty of videos, but I'm going as we talk about the subject. So we go back to where he says no initial diagnostics and what the main issue really was. This is his word.
Okay.
It's terrible, but it might have been just the CCV,
It could have been, but since you came with the diagnosis that you could have the turbo,
So we traded.
that turbo, I didn't test it, I didn't take it out, I didn't test it, pressure test it, anything like that. So it could have been bad too. It could have been bad due to that. That was the root cause, like there's a problem, but what caused that problem? The problem that caused that is the root cause of the CCV.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the injectors too, they're leaking everywhere. Yeah. So that's what you're losing that pressure.
All right, then I'll get the filters.
You got a badass truck though, man. It's gonna last you a long time. It's nice truck. Yesterday, I didn't even realize, but I picked it up to like 95, like nothing.
Yeah, like when I was last week when I took it to work, I would step on it and it would respond better than before, and that's why I didn't understand that. So right there, he's saying that he's admitting that the CCV, the part that I went to look for, that was the main issue since the beginning. And he said the injectors were leaking. And after I talked to the technicians, the ones who reprogrammed the truck, and they said, like, one of them said that they knew his family's reputation of with the customers, and I don't want to mention that, but the other one said that the injectors don't leak that way, that you would have had a major misfire into the engine. One, you would have had a check engine, which I never had. And then you would have a major misfire where the truck tries to turn off, but it always ran smooth since the beginning that I took to him. The only issue was that oil coming out, making smoke. So there it proves to you what he lies about. And as we talk about other subjects, I have other videos as well.
Okay, anything else you want to say, Mr. Vasquez?
Not for the moment. I would like for him to defend himself, and then I can talk about another subject.
Oh, no. What subject you talking about? What do you mean?
Well, he's saying that that I'm wrong about the bad customer service and this and that, and I have the proof. One was where the police report was done.
Why did you make police reports?
Because of the bad communication and
communication.
I mean, it was extreme bad communication. Like it was I turned the vehicle on August 27, right?
Yeah.
And this was done in October 19. So because I would be like, hey, how's the vehicle? How's it doing? And he would never get back to me. And then when I would go, he would never have he would never have good news or good updates or follow-ups with us. And he says that he has a text. I have the text message of my phone and my wife's phone where he doesn't communicate to us. Just an example of how bad the communication was. Even when I took the officer, October 19, he said in this recording, watch what he says in this recording.
No, just tell me what he said. No, I'll take your word.
Bueno, he says, I'll get back to you within a week. So
okay,
October 19, within a week, that's like October 28, ponle, más o menos. But no, he doesn't answer our calls or messages back until November the 4th, when he said, hey, the truck is ready, come for it. That's when the ticket of the injectors were printed out. So he said on the 19th that the injectors were in, but the printout of the injectors weren't done until November the 4th, when he just called us back. And then he I forgot the train of thought, but so that was the reason. Things like that, even after the cop goes and he enforces like his, okay, let's respect each other and let's follow through, he doesn't follow through. Like I said, from the 19 all the way to November 4th, he doesn't communicate to us, nor answers the text messages, nor anything. So that's the type of miscommunication that I told him about customer service there in front of the officer, and he didn't follow through. So those are the things that I'm trying to prove. And then his like labor, one of them, my wife had to file a police report because when he said the truck was waiting, that November 5th, when he called us, my wife came and pumped diesel, and the diesel spilled all over because they didn't install the tank correctly. So the diesel spill is a hazard. So you have to make a police report. So he had to come and fix that. Bueno, y luego to pay that same November 5th, to pay, he was asking cash. So, para no tener un paper trail del record, ya de cuenta decir, no, pues yo no te hice nada. Pero my wife insisted that she wanted to pay by card, and they were telling the officer, no, it's because she didn't want to pay. My wife either wanted to pay with the card so she could get a receipt or pay with the cashier's check, which at the end, that's what they ended up doing, cashier's check, which was fine for us because we could have a record, which is this one, $4,000.75, but they didn't want to. They wanted cash, but no hacerlo report. So
Can I object?
Yes, you can object, but you're not a lawyer, so wait a little while.
Okay, yes, sir.
So, but okay, I guess your turn now, Mr. Ramirez. What can you say to,
Okay. Customer service, like I'm going to repeat, we all have our opinions and we can go back and forth, right? We always nitpick X stuff. Now, it sounds ugly when he says police report, sounds very negative, but I take it more as like an information report. We can do that all day. We can inform ourselves with everything and document it. That's great. Now, as far as the diesel spill, yes, he did have a diesel spill. Yes, we were pressured to get that truck back. Yes, she did go to the convenience store on the corner of Mile 3 and Inspiration, the new Circle K that's there, and they did pump diesel. It did spill. It is not their responsibility to call the cops and make a report. It is Circle K's responsibility to do that and do a hazard cleanup. I worked for a convenience store part-time while going to college to study for automotive, so I know the
protocol.
The protocol for it, yes. Now
Sounds
they
good.
did call me. I did say, do not move the vehicle, do not turn it on. I'll be out there promptly.
All right.
I went out there with one of my guys. I took care of it. I repaired the hose that was there that we neglected to tighten. Yes, I did. I did fill up their tank, which I probably have the receipt somewhere for like $120 or something like that. I did fill it up. I'm not throwing it out there. I don't even want that money. I don't even want a refund for that. I just want it to be stated, I went out there on a limb to go and do that for them. I did offer them to use my truck too, as well, too, if they needed it. Okay. So that states that. Now, as far as the credit card, it was late at night. My credit card machine was not working. We were transitioning from one merchant device to the other. Now, I asked for cash, and it's not to not leave a paper trail because they are getting an invoice from my shop. So that is a paper trail. There is a paper trail. There's your paper trail. There's your proof. There's an invoice. There's a receipt. No matter cash, credit, or with pennies or whatever you pay with, Now, second, the cashier's check was my idea that I told the police officer because he said, hey, man, just let him pay. I said, I wish I could, but I can't with the credit card. Now, it's late at night, So if they want to, they can come tomorrow. They can pay cash or cashier's check or something. And he goes, no, yes, that's a good idea. Will you be happy with that? I said, yes, more than happy. Came the next day, paid with it. Good. That's great. Now, I do not have any proof that my credit card machine was down and we were transitioning to another one. I could get it, but I know that's going to take some time. Now, I just don't know what else to say, I don't know what I know he's looking for a full refund on the 8,000 and something that I can't, Hello, did I break up there?
Judge.
Did I break up? Oh, what happened there?
No, we can hear you, sir. Stand by. Hold on.
Okay.
Stand by, gentlemen. The judge had to log off. He had some issues, okay?
Yes, sir, no problem.
Thank you. Mr. Vasquez and Mr. Ramirez.
Yes, sir.
This is the court bailiff. I've been instructed by text by the judge that he has lost power. So we're going to conclude this hearing at this time. He's going to take the matter under advisement. So this hearing has concluded and the judge will then probably rule on it here. I don't know when, but the hearing is, yeah, submit your proposed orders granting and denying your position on this case and do that as soon as you can. Okay?
Yes, will they contact us or should we contact them?
I'm sorry?
Should we contact them or you guys will contact us?
No, you submit your proposed orders. Either granting or denying relief. Mr. Vasquez, you're requesting something, you're requesting relief. Same thing with Mr. Ramirez. It'll be denying any refund or whatever it may be. Just submit a proposed order on that.
And how do I go about submitting
You
that
file
order?
it. You e-file it with the court, with the county clerk's office, and then the clerk will send it up to the judge for a review, and then he will make a ruling on the matter.
Yes, sir. I'll go ahead and do that as of
Thank you.
soon as possible. Appreciate you.
Same thing with Mr. Vasquez. Go ahead and do that as soon as you can, sir.
So my side, I'm sorry, I'm not a lawyer, so those terms are foreign to me. Can you explain so I can know?
I cannot do that. I'm not an attorney, other than I'm telling you right now that we need to conclude the hearing right now because he lost power. You have a phone number? Let me take some phone numbers really quick, Mr. Vasquez. What's your phone number?
956-329-0345.
Thank you, sir. What about you, Mr. Ramirez? What's your phone number?
956-821-6322.
Perfect. Okay, good. All right. So if there's any other questions by the judge, then I'll call you back or the court administrator will call you back, okay?
All right, thank you. Are we allowed to leave the courtroom?
You are excused, sir. Thank you.
Okay, appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Likewise. Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. Thank you.
Thank you.